Rawr.
angry about cats.
When did we all get this dumb? Almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and nuclear warfare. I don't see any bodies, so it doesn't count.
I'm angry about cats.
I'm the chef. I want to hear one thing. Yes, chef. Come on, man. Use your brain. The Why I'm Angry podcast starts now. All right, it's the chef, and I've got Lady D here.
Hey, listeners.
Oh yeah, we're here in the Freestyle Man Cave studio. It looks a little messy at the moment because we are doing some renovations on it.
We under construction.
We getting this right. Getting this right. So, just a quick rundown through the headlines here. Russian border attack. So Russia claimed it killed 70 pro-Ukraine ethnic Russian insurgents at its western border. And with Ukraine today, it was a battle. So 70 people were killed. Two different factions of Ukrainian pro-Ukrainian militias took the credit for it, and Ukraine itself has said it was not a part of the battle. So I'm really thinking, I mean, you kind of half said it too in the pre-meeting. Did Russia fight Russia?
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it.
Who do we pay to be in the news?
Who did we pay to kill 70 people? There's a typhoon in Mawar. It's poised to hit the U.S. Island territory of Guam with the force of a Category 4 hurricane today. It's the most powerful storm to strike a U.S. Pacific territory in over 2 decades. The system is expected to bring a storm surge of 6 to 10 feet, winds as high as 140 miles an hour, and heavy rainfall.
Lord be with the people in Guam.
Yeah, be with those guys. Social media advisory, U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy issued an advisory yesterday on the potential dangers of social media to our young people. For children, highlighted its negative impacts on mental health and overall well-being. In sports and entertainment and culture, Boston Celtics stave off elimination by dropping the Miami Heat in Game 4, moving it to 3-1. The Las Vegas Knights cruise past Dallas Stars to take a 3-0 lead in the NHL Western Conference Finals. There's a crackdown on sharing of Netflix passwords. It begins in the U.S., and the primary account holders can add outside users for $7.99 a month. Max new streaming service merging HBO and Discovery Plus. It experiences outages on its launch day. Surprising. Tom Brady is part of the purchasing ownership stake in the Las Vegas Raiders. There are rule changes coming in the NFL spring meeting, including a new fair catch kickoff rule and flex scheduling for Thursday night football. They don't say whether it's still on Amazon, but, Science and technology. What you got?
I was just going to say, it's just interesting how they switched from being on the Prime network to YouTube. So it's like, who cut the check? Who made the bigger offer?
Yeah, definitely. A Thursday night, I'm not sure whether that's changed yet. That may still be on Prime.
Oh, they were doing it on Thursdays?
Yeah, but YouTube just bought out the Sunday NFL ticket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they've got all of the games Sunday on YouTube TV, which we are not sponsored by, but if they want to sponsor us,
we need a sponsor.
We're here for the money. So, science and technology. Researchers find the effectiveness of weight loss drugs is linked to underlying causes of obesity. Studies identify 4 subtypes of obesity, which are slow metabolism, emotional, hungry brain, hungry gut. Mine is always definitely hungry brain. With the latter being the most responsive to the drugs. So, and I also saw on that front that the Ozempic was getting 2 new, basically, competitors with Wegovy is coming out with like a little shot thing, and then a pill or something like that too that is supposed to work even better, but it's not made for diabetes, so it's not going to like kill the market. So, new study links brain signals in the orbital front cortex and cingulate cortex with intensity of chronic pain in patients. Just cut it off so we don't have the chronic pain anymore. Research is the first to establish objective measures of chronic pain. New AI model identifies objects in images made of the same material. May have applications for robotic systems, which seem to identify and manipulate real-world objects on their own. Who didn't see that coming with Terminator?
Well, we talked about this a little bit last week's episode.
Yeah, there's even more that's come out this week, and we'll go over some of that too. In business and markets, Apple and Broadcom announced multi-billion-dollar deal to develop 5G wireless connectivity components. Meta, which is the Facebook company, if you have been hiding under a rock for the last year and a half, sells Giphy, a popular online provider of GIF files, to Shutterstock for $53 million, which is a drop in the bucket compared to the $1.3 billion it had to pay in UK issues, antitrust ruling. Meta acquired the business for $400 million, so good business deal. Good business deal. I mean, it only lost like $347 million. That's cool. It's cool. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and partner Lauren Sanchez are engaged. Yay!
Yippee!
Yay!
Let's hope this marriage lasts.
I mean, she at least knows that he's going to be worth money when she married him.
I did see where they were talking about earlier this week in the media once they announced it. Her ring.
Oh yeah.
I think it's 20 carats.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful ring.
So he paid for, he actually went.
Is he the second highest paid man in the country
or
world?
I think he's up there. He's within the top 10, I know.
Okay.
But
I'm just saying, if my man is like that, he better put the 20 carat.
Right. Definitely. If you've got
my finger better be ready to be spraying.
if you've got the clout, you should be bringing the clout, right? I mean,
right.
He's worth $125 billion. So I mean, he's the third wealthiest.
Oh.
Third. He's dropped.
Who's number one? I'm curious. Is it Elon still?
I don't know. That was a long So yeah, definitely up there. Let's see. Wealthiest person in the world is Bernard Arnault and family. Elon is second. So I mean, it took a whole family to take Elon off the top list. That seems like a conspiracy. $202 billion for them. Elon, $191 billion. Jeff Bezos, $117. So this is so he's lost about $10 billion over since Wikipedia page has been updated, and then Larry Ellison is 113. What a schlup! Can't he make some more money? Make some more money, Larry. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing in the headlines. So, what Lady D do you want to get back to?
Let's talk about how social media is tearing up our children.
Is ruining our children's.
Yeah.
All right. So, the Attorney General, U.S. Attorney General, came out and said Vivek Murthy issued an advisory yesterday on the potential dangers of social media for our children's. Highlight is negative impact on mental health and overall well-being. Normally, when they issue these advisories, it's more it's a health issue, like it could impact their actual physical well-being, kind of like Tide Pods or something like that. So this is kind of a big precedent that it's not just their mental health, it's also kind of the physical issues. So,
and we've seen this before a lot, especially like when kids hop on certain trends that they see, like on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, where they basically commit to harming themselves. And I could not agree even more, but the question is, what can and what should be done about it, and who's actually going to do something?
Right. I mean, like we've seen, like you said, with the different, like the Blue Whale and the Sandman challenge and the basically kill your best friend challenge, all of those different challenges that were, and like the aforementioned Tide Pods, like those are kind of the physical ones that you kind of see and you're like, well, duh.
Yeah.
But the report really focused more on teenagers from 10 to 19 who are developing brains that are particularly vulnerable to the social accolades, like oh, I didn't get any likes on my post this week, or that kind of thing, that are developing social anxieties because they're on social media all the time.
Right.
And then we've seen a huge spike in anxiety itself as a treatable or as a diagnosed issue. And they're really starting to bring that back to your social outlets and stuff, because you no longer have beneficial creative outlets, and if you do put those, you do creative outlets, you're also putting yourself up for critiques. And it's not always a you don't always need to hear how bad you are.
Right.
So one of the other things that they mentioned is links to problems such as cyberbullying, and exposure to harmful content. So a lot of what they're saying is that some of the content that you're seeing is desensitizing you.
Yeah.
And then also with cyberbullying, I actually saw one of the talking heads say today, he's like, here's what happened. Back in the day, when you got bullied, you basically you confronted your bully straight on.
Yeah, y'all got into a fight and it was talked about,
and that's what he said.
It.
He goes, literally, when I had a bully, I punched him in the face, and then we were done.
Right.
And I didn't have to deal with it anymore.
You joked about it.
Yeah, like your friends and everything.
Yeah.
You are now the hero of your friends.
Right.
And beyond that, you went on with your day.
Right.
And now we don't have that because we're not able to confront our bullies straight on. And so you can't see what's going on. You can't really confront that, so you never get that closure. It doesn't build your sense of well-being. It doesn't build your sense of pride and that you can take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And so
and I will say also too, like, for me, growing up as a kid, the amount of bullying that like occurred is not like how it is today. Like, you see now where kids are literally committing suicide because of other children talking about them. Like when I was growing up, it was, you talk crap. I had 2 older brothers that would come handle you, and
Right.
that was just that. And then once they beat you up, we laughed about it in school for a few days, and then after that, it was a done deal. Like we were
Right.
not about to just, it wasn't to the point where we needed to feel like we had to take our life. Like we didn't know what that was. And
Right.
it's sad that social media has such an influence, and kids are just so cruel nowadays. Like,
Well,
it's
I think
ridiculous.
that's one of the unintended side effects also, is that because we're seeing so many people, we're seeing that uptick in mental health issues, and that we've desensitized ourselves to suicide and things like that. That, you see it in TV, you see it in, honestly, you've seen it on social media sometimes, where people have done it online because they can stream it, and obviously they try to take it down and stuff like that, but then it becomes big news and everybody's,
Right.
and so
These kids gotta learn how to stand up for themselves.
right, they just, it's just one of those deals where it's like, take yourself out of the screen and learn a skill.
Right.
Let's get our teachers to teach life skills, and not worry so much about teaching them some kind of indoctrinational, tools, how, well, you've got to remember that all whatever are bad, and you've got to remember that this is no, we need to, like, teach our, when kids came out of school back in the day, they used to be able to, like, build stuff and, work on cars, or
Better teach them how to box.
boxing was an actual school sport at one point in some schools. So, it's just, we teach wrestling, but it's, it's still, there's only, so many kids on the team, and now you've got to deal with all of the way the sports have gone. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just, it's real. I mean, the thing is real. I mean, social media is really not a great thing. And it was funny, as I was checking my phone now, tells me how much time I've been on my screen.
Your screen time.
My screen time, yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's a little staggering to me how much I'm on my phone, and it is part of my job, and part of what I do is, in it is, I do a lot of social media marketing and things like that, with this, and then with the other projects I'm on. And so, yeah, I mean, they said teenagers average around 3.5 hours per day on screens.
I will say it is kind of easy though to hop down like those rabbit holes of like TikTok and the stories and stuff. So it's easy. You can sit there and just scroll.
Well, and that's I mean, I think my daily usage is anywhere from like 4 hours to 6 hours a day on just my phone.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, my phone right now is on, so it's saying screen time's going on.
Right.
So, but it's pretty much on all the time anyway, so I can't really excuse myself very well on it. But then it's not even the time that I'm on laptops and stuff like that, or on the computers and stuff.
Yeah.
Doing design work and things too.
Yeah.
And I know you work on computers at your work too.
Yes. The computers ruin my eyes.
Right.
It's the screens. They suck you in.
That's it. That's why your eyes are bad.
It is. It's true.
Right. So, let's go back to this. Researchers find effectiveness of new weight loss drugs. So they're basically saying that the underlying cause of obesity, basically these drugs have singled this out, and there are 4 types.
Okay.
Slow metabolism,
Okay.
emotional,
Okay.
hungry brain,
Okay.
and hungry gut.
Okay.
They say that the hungry gut is the easiest to fix by the pills,
Okay.
which I could see, because it's going into your stomach and it can do whatever it's supposed to do. But so, I understand that I'm obese, but I don't think it falls under any of these really. It's just more the fact that I just don't care.
That or how about the fact that maybe I'm just comfortable in my skin and
Right.
how I look.
Right.
But there are some people out there who are also just like, I'm just lazy. I just want the kickstart to help me, and then I can go to the gym and do all the work.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean,
to each his own on that one. But as long as you feel and look comfortable and know that you are beautiful in your skin, and at the end of the day, do you?
I'm really happy with having a face for radio and
Yeah.
the body to match it. It's just if you're on the live stream, I apologize, but it's okay. But yeah, no. So like being a chef, we really didn't have. There's not like a this is how you be a healthy chef type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I actually didn't gain the weight until I quit being a chef.
Mm-hmm.
Till I went because they don't tell you that you can eat 4,000 calories when you're burning 5,000 calories in 100 and some degree kitchen.
Yeah.
With 400 people pouring down on you trying to get food.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, but at that point, you're moving around. Your heart rate is up. Your cardio. You're sweating.
I had a food truck for about 5 years, and there were days that I put 10,000 steps just in the truck.
Yeah.
And it was a 14-foot by 6-foot kitchen that I could move around in 14-foot by 3 of the feet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's.
I don't know. I'm one of them people. It's like, just get in the gym, like And granted, I'm not no size 16, nothing like that. But I've been in the gym. I'll be doing my little workout routine and regimen, But I feel like people who, in my opinion, listeners, people who there are some people who do need the drug to help kickstart all of that. I understand that for medical purposes, whatever the case may be.
Right.
However, the problem that we are running into in this generation right now is people are using the diabetic medicine as a weight loss drug, which is completely absurd to me. Like, what about the diabetics? Y'all are going down here to get these prescriptions, to get these shots, to take, I think it's Ozempic, and I can't think of the other name. It starts with the M. It's another drug that you can also take.
It's not metformin.
It could be. I don't know.
I know metformin's in the news a lot for being. They prescribe it for a weight loss drug, or not weight loss. They prescribe it for diabetic. Or for if you're gluten resistant.
Okay.
But then also it can help you because it helps you be able to take on gluten.
Okay.
It allows you to basically, if your body is gluten resistant, it stores it.
Well, I just feel like this. At the end of the day, if your legs ain't broke and your arms can move back and forth, get outside and walk.
Right. I mean, just put the screen down.
Yeah.
We just talked about this.
Or go to the gym and put the screen on the treadmill or the elliptical and watch it.
I feel like we're in the Matrix. Just put your screen in the front of the Matrix and
I
keep
found
the power
out
on for us.
that they actually have devices now. Because if you're a person like me, sometimes you like to scroll through TikTok.
Yeah.
So they have devices now that you can connect to your phone and you hold in your hand as you're on the machine and just click, and it goes through each of your videos instead of swiping. But go outside and walk. And if you can't, if you too ashamed to get up and walk, it is so many people that have workout videos and stuff on YouTube. If you already watching YouTube at the house, get up and move around. They got low impact exercises you can do. Stop taking these medicines that are designed to mess with your hormones and your genetic makeup to help you stop eating. If you have a food addiction, let's get you some therapy. Let's get you some help. But I'm all for get your butt up and move. Go to the gym. Go walk. Go work out. Go lift them weights. Get out there and do something. Be active.
I mean, we just kind of that is your motivational moment with Lady D.
Okay.
Shifting to politics and world affairs, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, basically Florida government, was expected to announce. You were kind of following it as we were getting on here.
Yeah.
He was supposed to announce on Twitter with Elon Musk, and then there was a guy who was supposed to be. He was a big DeSantis follower. Was supposed to be mediating or moderating, I guess, the whole event. But you said there was some issues or something like that.
Yeah, apparently he experienced glitches, echoes, and melting the servers during the process of trying to make his Twitter announcement. They're reporting that more than 500,000 people, users, joined Twitter to watch the event. But unfortunately, it had started about a half an hour late because he crashed the web.
Broke the internet.
So his 2 little minutes speech.
He did a 2-minute speech.
I don't know if it was 2 minutes. I'm just saying. You had to wait 30 minutes to hear him talk for 2 minutes.
Oh, Lady D, you're not a DeSantis fan?
I don't know this man, so I don't know. I got to do my research on him.
All right. It's still early.
I just know everybody running for president. You need to run for president next.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
you
this
qualify?
is too much for me. Too much for me. I can't raise the money. I mean, we can't even keep the lights on here in the podcast, let alone trying to raise millions of dollars to get a campaign out.
I don't know DeSantis. Is that DeSantis?
DeSantis, yeah.
But I'll do my research on him. But good luck to him.
I mean, basically, he's taken the Florida governmental machine and turned it into a more conservative machine in Florida. So
hold on, pause for a second. Wasn't Trump representing Florida, or am I tripping?
Oh, okay, no, he lives in Florida. He has a residence in Florida, but because he just was president,
okay,
he doesn't represent any state.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, got you. All right, I'm with you now.
I think actually, like, they consider, like, he was born in New York City or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think.
But he just likes
but he has that Mar-a-Lago resort home in Florida, so it's on a golf course, so it's pretty nice.
Shocker. Why do people like playing golf so much? Like,
it's I don't know, because it's not really relaxing. It's super challenging, and it makes me want to cuss and throw my clubs into the woods, like, and I have before. Like, over the last few years, I've calmed down a smidgen on it, because I've gotten to the realization in golf that I'm never going to be Tiger Woods.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not even going to be close. And I've also come to the realization that I can't play golf like I serve a cheeseburger. It cannot be done in 7 minutes. And it cannot, like, be hot and fresh. I'm just going to be hot. I'm not going to be fresh. I can look good, but I'm just going to hit the ball wherever the ball lands, and then I'm just going to hit it again, and just realize that a terrible day golfing is still a better day than being at work. So,
for sure,
that's the only reason you like golfing, is because you can drive a cool little go-kart thing. And
so I've always wanted to go golfing. So, fun fact, I've always actually wanted to play tennis.
Oh, yeah.
But I've always wanted to go golfing. I just don't understand how the points work. I know, like, the negative number is. So you
get a point every time you swing the club and hit the ball. That's it.
But
there's no points to the work.
So what is like a birdie and all of that?
That's just names for how many shots you hit.
Oh, okay.
So if you're 1 under par, it's a birdie. If you're 2 under par, it's an eagle. If you hit a hole in one, or you're 3 under par, it's an albatross.
Yeah, see, this too much.
It's all different,
I'll
like,
stick to
rare
putt-putt.
birds.
It's too much.
Par is what they consider, like, what you're supposed to hit, and then, like, triple or bogey is anything after. Triple or quadruple bogey is normally what I hit.
Stick to putt-putt.
Yeah,
putt-putt.
It's so yeah, definitely golf is not if I ever hit under 100 on a golf course, it would be a great day. It would be a great day. So,
But then the lower the number, right? Is
the lower
better
the number,
score?
the better the score. Yeah,
Got you.
That means
Okay.
you shot less shots to get there.
Okay.
Tennis is a whole nother ball game. Like, it is like, you wouldn't think. You think like table tennis is so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at, fat people can play tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Not that any of us are fat, but fat people can play table tennis. But real tennis, look at those people. They are not. They are like.
I mean, they be
felt.
out of breath too, but
They are in shape, and they are out of breath. Like you
Yeah.
said, those people. It is running. It is
Yeah.
not like. It's not like running. It's like running.
yeah,
It's like sprinting.
yeah.
And you got to have the coordination to swing a racket while you're sprinting, sliding, and getting ready to turn around.
Man, I want to play
Like,
tennis.
all in one shot.
I just want to play
Like, you
tennis.
got to do that all at once. No.
I feel like
Yeah.
that'll be a good cardio workout. If I can get the machine, give me a little racket.
There's a tennis machine now.
Yeah, they have them. They have the machines that shoot the balls out to you.
Oh, yeah.
So get the machine.
But that's just a one-time shot, though. That doesn't shoot a second. That doesn't, like, shoot back at you again. That's not like real tennis.
but
Like, real tennis, you hit the ball to the other person. The other person hits it back to you, and you have to, like, turn around and run and try to track down that ball. It's like baseball where the pitcher has a bat also
right, but
and hits it back at you at about the same speed as you just hit it back at them.
we're doing baby steps. Baby steps.
Oh, we're just
This ain't, I ain't say I was no Serena or no Venus over here.
No. I know, but I've tried to play with a couple of buddies and stuff back, like, when I actually, like, was a different shape than round, and
Different shape.
and it, like, even when I was in okay shape,
Mm-hmm.
it was not so much. Now, racquetball, I like some racquetball.
That's the one you hit up against the wall.
Yeah,
right?
you play in a room that's made of walls, and you just hit it back and forth, and it bounces. You're supposed to hit it off the back wall over a certain spot and things like that. So
Interesting.
that I can play. I mean, the last person I played was 94 years old, but that
True
was
True
yeah.
legend.
Oh, he was. It was crazy. Yeah, it was funny because he said something about, I've been playing about 20 years, and I'm like, that means you started playing when you were 74 years old. Yeah. My wife's grandpa he was it. He was the one guy at 94 years old that would still trash talk you and still beat you. Like, he would still show you the door. He'd be like, here it is. And you'd be like, oh, crap. And it was like, I always joke that playing him was a no-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I win, Aaron, you beat a 94-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
If I lost, Aaron, you lost to a 94-year-old. So
yeah.
So it was never it was for the love of the game. That's all I can say about it. It was for the love of the game. So do we need to talk about this Russian border attack? I mean, it's pretty much Russia on Russia violence, I think.
Yeah, we just gonna let them do what they do. But we're gonna be in prayer for them because, I mean, it's just crazy. Like,
I mean, I feel like that was really just a publicity stunt. Hey,
For
we
sure.
haven't gotten, last week they blew up a bunch of our missiles.
right.
Now we had to, get some blowing up a bunch of their stuff or something. So, yeah. We looked over the world's sexiest accent. I thought it was going to be like, it was the Spanish accent, or it was, Italian, but it was actually a thing on
Celebrities.
the celebrity sexiest accent, and they picked Idris Elba.
Which, that's fake news. That man's accent is
I
not.
mean, I don't know. The Booking.com commercials, they're pretty sweet. I mean, he's got that sultry, like, not quite English, but not quite island voice.
Listen.
That ethnically ambiguous voice.
There are a million people that talk like him, okay? However,
there aren't even a million people on the island he was born. No, I'm just joking.
Adele, how he gonna be Adele?
Yeah, Adele was number 2.
Adele has a beautiful accent.
She just has the
and Rihanna,
all-out voice. Like, I don't know if, like, I know their accent like contributes to that, but I think it's more like that they just have great voices.
Listen, all I know is
Maybe we don't hear them talk enough.
Well, maybe.
What do you know? All you know is
Right. Well, all we see them do is acting and be on TV.
Right,
but
right.
He is not more. His voice, his accent is not more appealing to me than Adele. Adele has a very nice voice and a very, very nice accent. And Rihanna, come on now, how you gonna play on Riri? Stop it.
Oh man, yeah. This is that I knew could start. You know, it could probably start World War III. You know, we get into what celebrity is your voice, honey.
I don't know.
Lady D, you got a word for us this week?
Man, Lady D kind of over here in mourning, y'all. You know, we lost a legend. A legend today. Miss Tina Turner.
Oh.
The good Lord called her home at the age of 83.
83.
83. Boy, let me tell you something. I love me some Tina Turner. Actually, my favorite movie is What's Love Got to Do with It. If you have not seen it, I suggest you go see it, or don't go see it, but watch it, because you can't go see it. It came out like in the 90s.
Go into your living room.
Go to your living room.
Watch it on IMDb. Or whatever free channel that carries it now.
But yes, she passed away, unfortunately. She was in her home near Zurich, Switzerland, because of course she did not live in the U.S. for many years. And if I'm not mistaken, she was married to a man who was like a millionaire or billionaire, somebody that was very prestigious over there in the country.
Huh.
So
I did not know she didn't live here anymore.
Yeah, she actually, Oprah did like a interview special with her maybe about 7-8 years ago or so. And she went over there and visited her, and she was talking about how she just enjoyed being over there, how the people just loved her.
They actually, like, on the Gahoogle,
mm-hmm.
they call her a Swiss singer.
I can believe it.
Like, that's Tina Turner, Swiss singer. I mean, wasn't she born in the U.S.?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I thought. Born Anna Mae Bullock.
Anna, yep.
She's sisters to.
I believe she's from Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken.
Sandra Bullock.
No.
I think she's sisters. I think they're like identical twin sisters, aren't they? No.
And I do love me some Sandra Bullock, but no. She ain't had nothing on Tina. Ike and Tina.
I was watching. I was listening to one of the newscasts this week today about the Tina Turner announcement, and and he was playing a video, and he's like, mm-hmm. He goes, I don't know what's more distracting, Tina Turner's legs, or Jones's hair, his chest hair just blowing out at you, and he goes, they are both very, very prevalent. I was like, and I could see that in my imagination, and it just says, you know, you couldn't show the video obviously, because he didn't have the copyrights or anything for it, but that was a show to go see. I mean, she was always entertaining.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies, like I said, there was a biopic of her life that Angela Bassett starred in, was What's Love Got to Do with It. And one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when she's getting divorced from Ike, and she tells the judge, he can have everything but my name. I worked too hard for it. Yeah. Well,
that's kind of the moral of any story is that you know, if you can't keep your own name or your own kind of, you know, humanity about it, then you can't. Then you've lost everything.
So we lost the queen, as they labeled her, the queen of rock and roll.
Yeah, she was the beginning. I mean, what's crazy is, like, you see like her lineage down, and you see like Whitney Houston and those guys all like coming in that same kind of style and just almost emulating her as they went through, and she honestly outlasted them all.
Yeah.
So, but just sad day for music.
Sure is.
Yeah. So I think it's come down to the time where we bid a Florida story.
Uh-oh.
So this one's not about a man, unless she decided to, consider herself a man, but she's a woman in a pink dress.
Okay.
So a Florida woman in a pink dress steals a $120,000 tractor.
Mm-hmm.
Florida cops say after that is when it actually got weird. Right? Right? Oh, that just sets the stage right there. Florida woman wearing a pink dress is accused of carrying out a series of odd thefts in a rural Florida community. So, involving a $120,000 John Deere tractor, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Why the 46-year-old woman wanted a tractor is still unclear. Detectives note that it was not the strangest thing that was taken during the spree. They basically did an inventory and found several packages of frozen venison, a bottle of wine, camouflage wading boots, blue jeans, toiletries, and bed sheets were also stolen. They also think that, or the woman was also accused of sleeping in one of the beds in the home. I wonder if she tried out the beds. This one's too soft. This one's too hard. This one's just right.
Was it Goldilocks?
I mean, they don't ever say that Goldilocks was wearing what color of dress she was wearing.
Oh.
So it could have been Goldilocks. Yeah. A neighbor was first to report something suspicious after seeing a female in a pink dress was driving a tractor in the area. Not often you see a woman stealing a John Deere tractor while wearing a pink dress. I'm not sure why the color of the dress. Like, if it were red, would it be Lady in Red?
Yeah, I guess.
Driving for me.
Lady in Red dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be songs made out of that.
Isn't the song Lady in Red?
There's Lady in Red. There's Lady in the Red Dress. That was more of a rock song.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lady in Reds type songs. Yeah, the farm property manager managed to detain the suspect when the tractor, a nice big John Deere model R6120, stalled. So she's driving the tractor and it stalled. Deputies arrived and arrested her. They found the woman had a knife. Oh, she's going to jail forever. With a 5-inch blade, along with other people's credit cards.
Oh.
Yep. Social security cards also, and driver's license. She also had a dental card. The suspect became irate when deputies attempted to put her in the patrol car. She kicked, cursed at the deputies, and even made death threats. So yeah,
was she in the field when this happened? Like, was she starting the crops?
It doesn't say. It just says that the neighbors thought it was weird that a woman in a pink dress was driving the tractor around. So I mean, I would think it wasn't too far off. Because out of the property, because the property manager, like the farm manager, actually, this must have been a huge farm too, because they have a farm manager, they have a 6120 tractor, which is a huge tractor. So they had to have they had more than 20 acres. They had to have more than 20 acres, but yeah.
Lady in pink dress.
Yeah.
On the John Deere.
On the John Deere. She's now charged. Her charges in the case include grand theft, obviously, burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, unlawful possession, possession of a concealed weapon, and battery on a law enforcement officer.
Is the blade supposed to be, and the knife, I'm sorry, supposed to be a concealed weapon?
Yes, that is anything over a 3.5-inch blade is considered a concealed weapon. Well, I guess it depends on their state.
Yeah,
I know, like New York, you can't have anything over like a 1-inch blade or something. I don't know, but yeah, they basically. She's got some misdemeanors and some felonies on her going downs. So as I was finishing this up, as I was looking at the bottom of the screen, lightning strikes man seconds before he plunges off his roof and dies.
Oh.
Yep.
In Florida?
In Florida.
Oh.
It's another Florida man. It's a bonus Florida man. A deadly lightning strike sent a man plummeting off the roof of his Florida home, according to the Volusia County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, but hold on. Let me stop for a second.
That's what I was waiting for.
Because if it's lightning outside, right?
Right.
Why in the world, in your mind, would you say, this is a perfect time for me to get on top of my roof? Why?
Listen.
Tell me why. Make it make sense.
Listen, Linda. Witnesses reported their co-worker was standing on the roof of a house working on the framing when a lightning bolt struck him and caused him to fall to the concrete below.
So
he's a construction worker working on someone else's home.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it.
Yep, he was working on the framing of this home, and was struck by lightning.
I mean, he didn't see the storms coming through. He didn't get the notifications on his phone that lightning was just found struck in his area. Like, he didn't get none of this information.
It happened at 2:00 at the home of Sterling Point Drive in Deltona. Co-workers witnessed the strike. Sheriff's office said in a news release that Deltona is about 30 miles northeast of Orlando. He was transferred to the hospital, which he was pronounced dead on arrival.
Oh, he was only 24.
Yeah, 24 years old.
It's pretty young.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely got a Latino foreign style sounding name. So I don't know if he was working in the country, trying to make a living, or whether he was here,
But did nobody teach him during his training that if the lightning strikes and we start having severe weather, you get off the roof and get to safety? Like, they even do that in baseball games, right? Lightning strikes.
Yeah, if they have a lightning strike within so many miles, they shut it down.
Same thing like with aviation. If lightning strikes,
construction is not quite as cut and dry as aviation and the whole baseball game.
So they just be playing
thing.
with
they
God.
Just
that's what they be doing. Okay.
Yeah, it says his injuries were consistent with a lightning strike. Whoa! Somebody's doing some reporting here.
Or electrocution.
That's right.
Shocker. Yeah.
The cause of death. However, the official cause of death will be determined still by the medical examiner.
It's not hard to determine, medical examiner.
Yeah. I mean, a typical lightning strike is 300 million volts.
Yeah.
And about 30,000 amps.
Well, Lord be
so,
with his family.
I just was like looking to plug in something, and I was like, oh, this is a 12 volt, 5 amp deal. This will work. So, yeah, it's...
that wasn't too smart.
Yeah, your house is basically running normally about 120 volts and 15 amps through most of your plugins.
But he shouldn't have been up on that roof, no way, if it's lightning. Like,
no, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just setting you up for failure.
It doesn't say that, like, there was a storm over top of them. I've seen it where, like, you're not in, you're not quite in the storm area, or the storm is so many miles away and you get struck from like 2 or 3 miles away or something like that. So it doesn't say that that wasn't the case. But he did have an audience, and they are sending the data over to, he's the 4th lightning strike death of 2023 across the United States, according to the National Lightning Safety Council.
Listeners, do not ever get on the top of your roof when there is severe weather, a tornado, or a lightning strike. Do yourself a favor, get to safety, and stay inside.
I remember here in the Troy, Ohio area, when they had a lightning strike on a guy in the at the Strawberry Festival.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, he was standing on a tree and was struck, and that was the second time he had been struck in his life.
Y'all stay away from him.
Dude,
he got something else going on. He got a death wish.
Lightning doesn't strike twice.
Yeah.
They lied to you. So
that don't sound right.
You should probably start working on lottery numbers or something.
Yeah.
Something more constructive. Maybe stay inside, never go back out. That kind of thing if you've been struck by lightning twice.
Yeah, stay away from him. He got some bad juju.
Yeah, I was seeing some news. There was a quick reporting today of news from just since we're in the area on news, is news that they broke up a child trafficking ring in Northwest Ohio, and the investigation took them to Arizona, California, picking up kids and stuff like that who had been in the trafficking ring, I guess, who had been trafficked, and which. If you listen to that, that means we are trafficking kids for whatever purpose in the U.S. It's not, we're like not shipping out, it's not like they did in Taken, where it seemed like it was all in a foreign country.
Yeah.
It's here, guys.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's sad that people will literally go out just to hunt your child down. Just to take them,
right?
For
certain features, and stuff.
It's just, it's despicable. Just ugh.
Yep. But glad that over a dozen families were given some closure.
Yeah.
And reunited with their loved ones, and big kudos to those people. I actually have law enforcement family members in Northwest Ohio, so it'll be interesting to hear what they have to say about it once I get a chance to talk to them.
Yeah.
So it was just as I was getting in the rhythm of doing all of this stuff tonight, just got to kind of half see it, so I didn't even get a full report on the story. But yeah, that's a pretty big thing, because most of the time, once they're gone,
you never see them.
Yeah, they're gone. So it's that whole first 48 thing.
Yeah.
If you don't find them in that, it's pretty much an overdone deal. So, Lady D, you got anything else?
I think I'm out.
All right. What'd you learn tonight?
What did I learn? I learned that we are paying people to start wars to be
right
in the news.
That's
DeSantis broke the Twitter internet.
Broke the Twitterverse
with his 2-minute speech.
His 2-minute press release.
And I learned that our listeners are going to start getting out there more.
Getting out.
And being active.
The motivational moments with Lady D.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I learned that Lady D doesn't know how to golf.
I did not know how to golf.
Not one thing about golf.
Yeah.
And
but I do want to learn how to play tennis. Like I want to go play tennis.
So next time I go golfing, taking her out, and I'm scoring under 100.
As long as I can drive the golf cart, because I've always wanted to drive a golf cart around.
Oh, that's the only good thing about golfing half the time is driving the golf cart. So.
Do they have like the people that come to you too and give you like snacks? Well, not give you, but like you pay for snacks and stuff?
That's if you play at much nicer golf courses than
we going to
I
the
normally play, because I play terribly and no one should see that.
Oh, don't take me to the hood golf course though. I want to go to like, you know, where I'm be like, can we get you some water?
No, I've played some really good golf courses, but every time I play the nice golf courses, it feels like I get like a whole group of professionals that catch up behind me. Like I actually had one that was a golfing pro. He's like, "Hey, can I hang out with you?" And I'm like, "No, I don't need your juju. I don't need your." And he's like, "Here, let me give you some tips." And I'm like,
he was trying to recruit you.
I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Nope.
And then like he said, "Try to hit these 2 balls in a straight line," and I hit both of them. He goes, "I've never had anyone hit those 2 balls together." And I'm like, "You told me to." He's like, "Yeah, but you're really just supposed to get underneath the one because you're trying to hit the second one." And I'm like, "Don't tell me to do something because I'm going to do it."
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I've gone to some nice places, and it just always seems... I always feel like I get into an uncomfortable situation. Like, I'm just like, this is not my place.
So we just need to stick to Topgolf?
Normally I go to, like, backwoods ones that are, like... You know, it's a gas-powered golf cart because you're going to go up some hills, you're going to drive over a river, through the woods, there's going to be some wolves on the back 9.
Oh, no.
You might get eaten by a bear.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Trampled by a Bambi.
We'll just go to Topgolf. Keep it simple. We don't have to worry about all of that.
Actually, the couple of golf courses that I used to go to around here that were just, they were cheaper. And they didn't have as many people on them normally during the week and stuff, because that's when I try to go, is like during the week.
Yeah.
When
most
there's
people
not
aren't there.
They've closed. So
Well,
I've got to find another good place to go that's you know, like I said, not too expensive and not too many eyes are on me. So with that, I think this is the end. This is the end.
Alrighty then.
All right, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.
Why I'm Angry Podcast ends. Remember to follow, like, and share the Why I'm Angry Podcast across all social media platforms and anywhere you get your podcast. The Why I'm Angry Podcast ends now.